Hello everyone, welcome back to Crafts by the Bow for my Simple Sunday projects. Now on Wednesday you saw me make this for our global video collaboration group where different demonstrators around the world all choose the same stamp set or the same suite or even the same bundle, and we all make something different. And our bundle was from the Perfectly Plaid set with the DSP and the punch and the stamps. And I just made, because I didn't want to make a card on Wednesday, I made this cute little gift bag. And our card that I'm going to make today and a matching gift tag use exactly this same embellishment. And what makes it simple is, if you're making the whole suite of things, you just make one design for the front of either the bag or the tag or the card, and you just replicate it on each of your projects, and that makes it quick. So this was the little bag, and I'm going to show you how I made the tag and how I made the card. And I'm going to start with the tag because this is the basic pattern. I have a whisper white layered oval, then cherry cobbler. I used my stitched oval, and then I used the punch that goes with the Perfectly Plaid stamps, and another sheet of the DSP that I used here. Now the packs of the 6x6 DSP come and you get 4 of each design, and I'm just using 3 of the pages, of the papers I mean. So I used 2 for this little bag, and the rest I'm using for my card and my tag. And what I did was, with the third piece of 6x6 DSP, I cut off a 2-inch strip down one edge, and then I used the punch to cut out all the little trees. And when I'd made this on Wednesday, I'd cut 7 out, but I realised that actually I'd like an 8th one. So what I did was I cut again, and I've used it for the inside of my card, and I just angled the paper slightly differently so that I could get that 8th one out. But this is all that I had left out of 3 sheets of paper. So it's a really economical card set as well. So I'm going to finish making the little image here and the little tag with you. So I've glued one of the trees straight down, and the same as I did with the bag, I'm going to put just a thin bead of glue on the back of this DSP so that it only sticks down the centre. And then I'm just popping it on there and leave it on there. And I've used 3 of the little gold metallic pearls. That's the set that comes with 1 page of silver and 1 page of gold. And there are so many in here. I've been using them for ages and on lots of my projects that you've seen. And I've still got loads left. They never seem to run out. Okay, so as that glue dries, I'm just going to lift up the edges of the tree, like this. Sometimes when you do these kind of 3D ideas, you have to use more cutouts of the paper. But on this punch, it's not equal at both sides. And you could punch one back to front and, one right way and get them to go together. But I think this sort of makes it just easier because nobody can tell that it isn't exactly the same on each side. So it just made it easier for me just to do it like this. Okay, so the only other thing we need for this is I've cut out another oval, just the same size as the back one, because I like to have a separate piece that I write on. I don't want to write on the back of this one. You can, but I didn't want to. I wanted to have another one. So then what we need next is just a little piece of the spruce and gold ribbon that we used for the handles on the bag. And you might remember that you have to roll the edges to get it to go through the little hole that I've punched. I'm just going to put both white ovals together and push that through. And usually I will put the ribbon doubled like that and push it through, but because I've only punched a small hole, I'm only going to push one edge through this time. Okay, and then I have a little tiny piece of baker's twine. Oh, I've just tied a knot in for some reason. I don't know how I did that. I bet you I couldn't do it again. Might have to just leave it. Okay, and then I'm just going to tie a bow to keep that ribbon from falling back through the hole. And I like the look of the ribbons tied with the baker's twine as well. I'm going to turn it upside down and tie a little bow. I didn't give myself a lot of baker's twine just because this was the very end of the roll. And so I didn't have a lot to play with. But it is quite big enough. Okay, I'm just going to make it so that it sits straight and the edges, the ends are both the same. Oh, there's only a tiny weeny bit to chop off. So that was good. Okay, and then I'm going to just cut across the ribbon so that it's a bit neater and it's not frayed from me rolling it. And there's the gift tag. Now the card is just as quick. And let's pop that up there. Oh, I forgot one thing on the gift tag. You remember on the little box, I had this ho ho ho. I've done the same again, cut it out with the same banner punch, and let's find some dimensionals. And I know that with this one, if you put the dimensionals so that it's flat at the top and the bottom, it does just fit on there and you can't see them. It just fits. And then I'm going to put this across the bottom of the gift tag. I want all of the things to be matching, and so I want them all to have the ho 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 and the little 3D tree. So there we go. So there's the gift tag. Now let's do the card. And I've cut just a basic card at 8.5 by 5.5, and I've scored it at 4 1/4. And on the inside, I've just put a little piece of Whisper White, and this is the tree that I cut out last. And you can see that the orientation of the paper is different. Okay. The rest of the trees are cut out on sort of that way so that the stripes are running straight up and down. But this one, it's just on an angle. But honestly, I don't think it matters. So then we have another piece of white for the front, and this is the 2-inch piece that we cut from the DSP to start with before we started to punch out the trees. And I'm going to put it right down the middle. I'm going to use my fast fuse just to attach it. It is a little bit long because I just haven't trimmed it. So I'm going to put it right down the middle. Let's line that up. And let's see, that's 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4. That looks about the middle to me. And then I'm just going to turn it over and cut that little extra piece off the bottom. You could cut it first, it's just that I hadn't. There we go. Oh, there's a little tiny bit in the middle there. You see, it's just got a tiny, tiny piece that overhangs. There we go. Okay, and then I'm going to attach that to the front of my card. I think this is a really nice, easy template to use, and you'll know that sometimes I put it so that this strip might be at the left-hand side, sometimes I have it banner cut at the bottom, but it really is just the same template, just the same design. Here's the last of the ovals that we made with the little tree, and I'm going to put that right in the centre, and I'm going to put it up on dimensionals as well. If you wanted to mail this, you could certainly glue it down flat if it was sort of sticking up too much, because I know once things are a certain depth, we have to pay extra for postage. and sometimes they can get damaged in the mail as well. But I know that this is not going in the mail, so I'm quite happy for it to be on dimensionals. But it would look just as sweet if it was glued down. Okay, so I'm just going to sort of eyeball where I want that to be, and so that it's in the middle, push my tree up, and then I'm going to get my little ho-ho-ho piece. And I noticed that I've got one of these little strips that I really like on the edges, and I'm going to use that to stick this one down. Might have to make it just a tiny bit smaller at the edge here. Let's put that on there. Just a perfect fit. And take the backing off. I've enjoyed making this little set of things. It's been a nice change. I like making matchy things, but I've really enjoyed this set. So there we are. That's our Simple Sunday card and our Simple Sunday gift tag with our matching Wednesday video for the little box. So I hope you like those. I hope you'll give them a go. And on a personal note, I just want to say thank you to all those people that have subscribed to my channel in the last week. I had 845, I think it was, about 10 days ago, and now we're up to 870. And I've been so excited to watch the numbers climbing every day. And some of you may know that I'm trying to get to 1,000 by the end of the year, and then I will have a little stamp giveaway or cards on, and I might pick a few people and send cards to them as well to say thank you. If you haven't subscribed yet and you like my videos, I would love for you to subscribe. Just press the little subscribe button, and then once you've subscribed, it will also offer you a little bell. And if you press the bell as well, it means that it will show you whenever I upload a new video. And usually I upload on a Wednesday and a Friday, but occasionally it might be a different day, or if it's holidays or something, or if one of us is sick and I just haven't had time to video. But thank you very much indeed. It really has meant a lot to me these last 10 days. Thanks again, everybody, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.